Last time we just have analyzed the list of worst abilities of Pokemon. Then in this video we will come to something more positive. The ability is extremely good at supporting Pokemon's attack potential. Here are a few typical examples, which can make your Pokemon become so powerful canon. Usually in a battle, your Pokemon will often suffer negative effects from the opponent such as poisoning, paralysis, burns, sleep or freezing. These states are extremely uncomfortable and most of the time they cannot resolve on their own. So once your Pokemon get it, you will be in big trouble. But don't worry, go to the fitness club. When affected by the above status, this club's ability Guts will increase their attack stats by 50%. They are Pokemon that enjoy jumping into fire or other negative effects. Because normally when burned, in addition to losing a bit of HP each turn, the Pokemon also has a 50% reduction in attack power, but not the Pokemon above. For them there will be no reduction effect, only increase. The trainer also equips them with flame orbs so that they are burned all the time by default, and then they will be immune to the rest of the effect status. Especially, Pokemon that can learn Facade is even more powerful. Adaptability. This ability will help Pokemon's moves of the same type to be doubled in damage, not just increased to half as usual. For example, the Aqua Jet move has a base power of 40. When used by a Water-type Pokemon they will have a strength of 60, but if that Pokemon has Adaptability, that move will have a power of up to 80. And that is it's a pretty weak attack. Now think of the Polygon Z with a Hyper Beam of 300 power. This ability will increase the power of the move, not the stats of a Pokemon, so when calculating damage to Pokemon that have performed stat-boosting moves, it will be even more great. Adaptability is a very powerful ability, but unfortunately the Pokemon that own it only have a few Pokemon that have the potential to unleash the full power of this ability. If you've seen my Fire and Water starter ratings videos, you know how much I appreciate these two abilities. Originally, these two abilities have the same effect, just different names. Cinderace's Libero and Greninja's Protean allow the Pokemon to change into the type corresponding to the move it uses. This means that the moves they use always increase their power by 50%. Not only is it very useful in terms of attack, this ability also helps Pokemon to change type depending on what their opponent is in order to reduce the power of the opponent's attack, which can change the game extremely quickly. For example, if your opponent throws a Rock-type Pokemon against Cinderace's Fire-type, it will instantly transform into a Fighting type with high jump kick. Then your team responds by sending out a Psychic-type Pokemon. It will immediately use a Sucker Punch move in the opponent's face, so that the opponent will struggle to find a way to deal with it. Just sounds easy like that, but Cinderace was once banned in the OU form of Pokemon Showdown, and ranked in the same rank as the legendary Pokemon. Parental Bond is the exclusive ability of Mega Kangaskhan that I introduced in the Kanto region's strongest Pokemon video. When Kangaskhan Mega evolves, the baby will jump out and fight with its mother. With each move that Kangaskhan uses, its child will repeat the same move with less power, but the special thing here is that the side effects remain the same. At first, the second repeat has 1/2 the power of the original move, then it was nerfed because it was too unbalanced, so it was only 1/4. However, this is also not very important because just having the side effects repeated one more time is already extremely valuable. For example, Dynamic Punch has a very high ability to flinch opponents, and it will completely disable items like Focus Sash, or ability Sturdy and even Substitute. Choice Band has been a fairly popular item in the Pokemon world for 20 years now. It increases a Pokemon's ATK by 50%, provided that Pokemon can only use one move. The disadvantage may sound hard, but that doesn't stop people from using it to maximize the attack power of their sweeper Pokemon. Because when your attack power is enough to defeat all opponents, changing skills will no longer be necessary. But do you know what is stronger than one choice band? That is 2 choice bands. This is the effect of the ability Guerrilla Tactics. Currently, this is an ability exclusive to Pokemon Darmanitan in the Galar region, and its effect is similar to a choice band. Since the moveset is locked anyway, this Darmanitan will of course use a choice band to increase attack power, or a choice scarf to increase speed. This was only the first Pokemon to possess this ability, and immediately Darmanitan was thrown out to play with Cinderace, on par with the mighty legendary Pokemon. Speaking of increasing attack power, what do you guys think about the double attack power? There's no move limit on using and cost no equipment slot. Welcome to huge power. The effect of this ability is easy to understand. It doubles the attack power of the Pokemon owns it. And I don't think we need to explain why this ability is so powerful. huge power has turned an once forgotten Pokémon with only 50 attack stats into a sweeping machine. Mawile was once a Pokémon that no one cared about, but ever since it had Mega Evolution with 105 attack power and the huge power ability, it made itself a Pokémon with the highest base attack of all time. This is a boring ability, but it's actually a very powerful one. And those are the abilities that I find to be the most powerful in terms of attack. If anyone has any further suggestions, please leave your comments below in the comment section. I welcome everyone sharing their ideas. For now, say goodbye and thank you to everyone for your support. Don't forget to leave a like or subscribe if you like this video.